good to go. Thank you.
All right. So we're good? Hey, I'm Helen Whalen-Cohen with townhall.com, and I'm here with Marc Scaringi, running for Senate in 2012, Pennsylvania.
That's right, yes.
So tell me, what are the important issues going to be in 2012, do you think?
Well, I think right now we need to aggressively address the deficit problem, the massive significant spending coming out of Washington, D.C. It's been my position that we cannot increase the ceiling on the debt limit. Instead, we need to immediately cut spending now to reduce spending so that we can make the payments that we're obligated to make so that we can pay our bills on time. And I think the House Republicans have put forth some very interesting proposals to cut spending now. I believe they're talking about a proposal to cut spending to the tune of $100 billion immediately in this year, and I think that's a step in the right direction. Senator Rand Paul from Kentucky, he has a bill in the Senate where he'd like to cut approximately $500 billion from federal spending this year, and I think that's another even bigger step in the right direction to cutting spending now, balancing the budget, and getting the fiscal policies of this government back on track for a sounder and better economy and a better and brighter future for America.
Okay, so what specifically, if you could cut anything, what would you like to cut? What would you first cut?
Well, I think the House Republicans and Senator Paul are looking closely at discretionary spending, domestic spending, and they have laid out a whole assortment of programs that the spending can be reduced, the spending can be cut, and some programs can even be eliminated. And so I think those are two good proposals right now that Congress should be considering.
What do you think about a possible balanced budget amendment? Would you support that?
I absolutely would. It's just about, I think, one of the most important things that we can do to restore fiscal sanity to our government. The balanced budget amendment will do so much good immediately and in succeeding years to constrain and restrain and limit the ability of the Congress to overspend, to spend more money than the government takes in. And the balanced budget, I think, can do tremendous good for the country. A balanced budget amendment is something I'm running on, it's something I believe in, and it's something I will absolutely support if elected to the United States Senate.
Okay. So what do you think is going to happen in 2012? Do you think the Republicans are going to take the Senate?
Well, I sure hope so. I think that 2010 was a big victory for a grassroots-infused, Tea Party-infused Republican Party. I think that the Republican Party owes a great debt of gratitude to the Tea Parties all across Pennsylvania and all across America. I think the Tea Party movement helped the Republican Party win those terrific victories in November of 2010. And I think that if the Republican Party wants to be successful again in 2012, I think they had better listen to the Tea Party movement and embrace the Tea Party movement and continue to bring the Tea Party movement within its fold, because it's the Tea Party that got the Republican Party back on track and back on the right track, and is helping lead it in the right direction.
So you see Tea Party influence continuing into 2012?
I certainly do. I think that that is a critical factor to a Republican victory in 2012 is the Tea Party movement. The Tea Party movement is one of the main reasons why I'm running for office. I was very involved in politics in the first part of my adult life, from campaigns to governing both in the legislative branch and the executive branch, both in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania state capital, and in Washington, D.C. In fact, I worked in the United States Senate in the very office that I'm running for now when I worked for former U.S. Senator Rick Santorum. And so I have seen how government works. I know how government works, and I know where it works, where it does a poor job, and I know where it goes wrong. And I know what needs to be done to do the right thing, to have the proper government policies of less taxes, less government, more individual responsibility, and self-reliance. Those are the fundamental principles upon which our country was founded by our founding fathers, and those are the principles that we need to resurrect today and allow to lead us and guide us toward a better future.
And so you're running against Bob Casey.
Yes. People don't know or identify with my name the way they identify with the name Bob Casey. But someday, very soon, I hope that a majority of the people of Pennsylvania know the name Marc Scaringi, and perhaps my name will become a household word. But more importantly, what I stand for and what I believe in. Those are, I think, the principles that are so important to getting this country back on track and returning this country to the people and getting our country moving again. It's those principles that we get from our founding fathers. They set up a wonderful framework of government, of limited government. And all we have to do is get back to it, and we will soon see the successes that we've seen in prior years.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome, Helen. It was very nice meeting you, and I enjoyed the interview. Thank you. Okay. I guess I'll just put this